I'm starting off this look like I always do with skincare, and I'm gonna use a combination of a moisturizer and a facial oil. I'm using these two products right here together to give me extra moisture because I have dry skin, and this is the winter time, not winter time, the fall time. And my skin needs a little bit extra help to stay healthy and hydrated. So while the moisturizer and the oil are sinking into my skin, I'm actually gonna first start with my eyes, because if I go in right now with foundation, the foundation is not gonna mix well with the moisturizer, and it's gonna break, and it's not gonna look hairbrushed, and it's gonna be super hard to blend. So I'm gonna let this dry into my skin, and let's move on to the eyes. So first I'm gonna prep my eyes, and I'm gonna apply my concealer. This is the same concealer I'm gonna use on my face. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Apply only a little bit because we don't want to have really heavy eyelids, and the look that I'm going for is going to be a very simple and quick look. Before going in with eyeshadow, I'm actually gonna set my eyelids, and I'm gonna use my face powder. That I'm using is the ABH Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna start off with this shade right here, Raw Sienna. So you want to make sure to tap off the excess product really nicely, because this palette is really pigmented, and we're going for a very simple and very soft eye look. So we don't want to pack the color, we want to keep it really blended. So a trick of mine to have a really nice blended and sharp eyeshadow is to actually use a guide. I'm using this paper right here. As you can see, I've already used it, but I'm gonna use this part right here, and I'm gonna trace where I want to place the eyeshadow. Like this is the form of the eyeshadow that I want to go for, and I'm just gonna use my brush to blend the eyeshadow into my eye. You can also use some tape, but I mean, this is more practical, I guess. You want to start off by placing the eyeshadow on the area of the eye that we want to focus the color the most. So for me, this is the outer corner right here. So we're gonna start placing the brush in here, and we're gonna blend into our crease. So I want to just blend the whole crease, and still creating this sharp effect. So you want to have this triangle shape right here like this, and just blend through the crease like this. As you can see, the color is really showing through already, so we don't need all the way to the brow bone. I like this look because it looks more blended, more fresh, more airbrushed. And you can and if you feel like you went too far, we can go back with our face powder and actually blend out the edges. So we're just gonna keep blending. I want to take another shade from the palette, the shade next to the first one, which is Burnt Orange, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna tap the excess, and then we're gonna place it right here on the outer corner. I'm gonna focus a little more this color than the previous one on my outer corner like this, and then blend again into the crease. But we wanna target the lower crease, like a little bit lower than the first shade. We're gonna blend like this. I take a little bit more and just really focus on the outer corner and blend into the crease like so. And you want to keep adding the color until you're satisfied with the saturation. I'm taking another brush. This one came with a palette, And I'm gonna take the shade Cypress Amber and I'm gonna use this side right here. And what I'm gonna do is actually create a triangle shape again on my outer corner right here. I'm gonna mimic a little tiny wing like this, and then I'm gonna bring it into my crease right here on the outer corner like this and make a triangle shape like so. I'm gonna bring a little bit further into my eye until the middle part, and I'm gonna flip the brush and I'm gonna use this fluffy side to blend softly the edges. Bit more, and I'm actually gonna fill this area here, this outer corner, and blend. I'm gonna take the first brush because it's a more dense, fluffy brush, and I'm gonna blend darker shade. Now I'm gonna take a black pencil and I'm gonna just do the tiniest wing using my guide. And I'm gonna just stop here. I'm gonna use the same Anastasia brush to blend. Blend. And now for the lid shade, I'm gonna use Primavera from the same palette. And the eye is completed, so I'm gonna do the next one. A great part about doing your eyes before your foundation is that you don't need to worry about fallout because you can really easily wipe that off and you don't ruin your foundation or anything. If both eyes are done, make sure your skin is still clear, and now let's move on to the base product. So now for primer, I'm using the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer from Urban Decay. I like to apply it only on the center of my face where I get the most pores and that I want to hide some skin texture. I'm gonna apply on my nose, right here, on my cheeks, on my chin, right here, on my smile lines, and on my forehead. So now it's time for foundation, and the trick that I like to use is to combine my foundation with my moisturizer. This way I can use a full coverage foundation but still keep my skin really healthy looking and not drying. That's what happens when I use really full coverage and heavy foundations, that my skin just looks very dull and dry, but when I combine with moisturizer it looks really healthy. I'm only going to use a tiny bit of the foundation. I'm using my favorite foundation, full coverage foundation, the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. And I'm only gonna use a little bit, so I'm gonna apply with my fingers. By this, you are working the product into the skin more efficiently because your hands just warm up the product, and it just gives you a more airbrush look, I feel like. I'm gonna apply a little bit more foundation with the brush, only the foundation this time, like on the center, on my skin, and on my chin, and on my forehead right here. Okay, now it's time for concealer. I'm gonna use the same concealer that I used before, the Stretch Concealer from Glossier. This is in the shade G7. 7. And I'm also gonna apply with my fingers, because this product is really easy to apply, especially with your fingers. It just blends so quickly. Look at that, so quickly. Gonna cover some blemishes. My chin is full of blemishes, but I mean, who cares? Blend it together. So I'm gonna use the Photofocus powder from Wet n Wild as well, and I'm only focusing this product on the areas that I applied the concealer, because I feel like this concealer needs to be set. Before you set your concealer, make sure there's no creases underneath the eyes. And I also like to apply blush right here on my temples, into my hairline, just to blend everything really nicely and to have a more cohesive. Now it's finally time for the bronzer, and I'm using the Hoola bronzer. And I like this bronzer because the shade, it's really, I don't know how to explain it. For me, it really translates a little bit warmer than the pan, but I just like it because I don't usually contour, I only bronze. But this shade, it's not too warm for me to contour, so I like to use it to contour and to bronze at the same time with this product. And the way I like to do it, I like to take a fluffy angled brush. It's angled enough for me to have more control over and to really precisely contour, but it's also fluffy enough that I can blend it at the same time and diffuse the color to actually bronze the skin. So I'm gonna start right here. As you can see, my cheekbones, they're not really noticeable at all, but you know, I'm trying. And as you can see, I start on my hairline and I'm actually pushing back, but I'm just not going straight down. I'm actually just doing a curve right here to meet with the blush, and I'm just gonna do this, just really blend on the hairline when the bronzer actually starts, and then just blend it downwards but with a curve at the end. And then I'm just gonna blend everything with the blush. See how it really just blends nicely with the blush that we applied first. And then I'm gonna follow my hairline up until my temples, up to my temples, and still diffuse the color. Now I'm gonna bring it down right here on my jawline. I don't have a jawline either, but we're gonna make one. And now for the highlight, I'm gonna use the Master Chrome from Maybelline. And I love this highlight because just gold matches the eyeshadow, and also the blush has a little specks of gold, so it just blends everything together. And I'm gonna apply right here on the high points of the cheek, and I'm gonna bring it right here, because this way you don't have a focused highlight, you actually have an all over glow. So I like to place it right here. That's why I applied the primer in the first place, to minimize my pores. So and the Cupid's bow that I learned from Melissa Aletore here on YouTube, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, is to take a big fluffy brush and just blend everything on your skin, like the blush, the bronzer, the highlight. You just blend everything together to make it as seamlessly as possible. Here we go again with that really devil word. It's really annoying actually not be able to say it. Now it's time for the lower lash line, and we're gonna use the same colors as we did on the crease. So I'm actually gonna take this brush right here. I'm gonna take raw sienna on this really tiny side, and I'm gonna run through the whole lash line. I'm gonna take the other side. I'm gonna take burnt orange. Just really tap into the head. I wanna make sure there's no fallout. Cypress amber on the tiny side of the brush, and I'm gonna connect the wing to the lower lash line like so. Bring it all the way until the middle part, and I'm gonna flip the brush again and I'm gonna connect everything. But I'm gonna use the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit to just fill some sparse areas. Not too crazy because I really like natural brows and I don't really like to bug them, just a little bit. So I'm gonna take a spoolie, any spoolie, I'm gonna run through like this. I'm gonna go through my eyebrows. Let's just finally do mascara, and I'm gonna do what I always do is I use the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and we're just gonna coat the lashes. Completed look, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below whatever you want to comment, like really positive thoughts, and also share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel. Hope I see you guys soon. Bye.